Okay, here we go. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Alexia Sichere. I'm the co-founder of Try and Review. So Try and Review is a Singapore-based company. We are 2.5 years old. And initially, when we started Try and Review with my co-founder, we had absolutely no wish or no intention of disrupting the research industry. Our main goal was twofold. First, be the platform of choice for consumers to write and read reviews from other consumers on everyday products, and hence help them to make the right choice when buying a product. And so hence the reference to the TripAdvisor of consumer goods. And our second goal was also to help FMCG brands to generate authentic reviews from real users and be able to use that content in their marketing activities. But as we go along the months and along the years, we can say now, we also realize that we actually generate lots of insights, lots of this data that can not only be leveraged by the marketing teams, but could also potentially be leveraged by research teams or insight teams. So this is what I'm going to try to explain and show you today. So we mentioned that Try and Review is a platform for consumers to freely write and read about reviews from other consumers, but it's also a platform where consumers can apply to try new products for free. So we organize product testing, product sampling, and we actually send out products to users based on their profile. So this is how we offer mostly FMCG brands to work with us, leverage on the base of users we have, and get their products tested and reviewed by real users, real consumers. How does it work very concretely? So you can see here in the middle how a campaign page will look like on our website. And so we actually encourage our existing bases of users to apply to be a tester if they're interested in the product we're featuring. So of course we leverage emailing, SMS, banners on our own website, but we also go outside Try and Review and use online media platform to also recruit new users, fresh users to become members and testers with Try and Review. Before sending out samples, so we don't do random sampling, it's very important for us to profile the testers and make sure that people who will receive the product have the right profile to enjoy it. So we actually ask them to take a short survey, so it usually between 5 to 10 questions. And we can ask them all types of questions. So it can be about their skin type, hair type, whether they have kids, do they shop online or not, how much would they spend for beauty products on a monthly basis, etc., etc. All these surveys are usually 100% customized, and we're not asking basic information such as gender or age or location because we already have this data in the system when people sign up to be a member of Try and Review. So for us, it's really a good tool to understand exactly who our members are and people who want to get a free product, who are they? But it's also a step where usually our clients can gather some interesting market insights as well. Next, we so very simply send out the product to our testers who qualify, of course. And so it's a product placement test. We send the kits, the tester kits, to our testers' home. So they are in their very natural usage context, and this allows us to really get authentic, unbiased reviews, and people can really use and enjoy the product just as they would when they were at home, because they are actually at home. We usually give them very specific mission when we send out the product. We'll tell them they have to try the product for 7 days. Sometimes they can see the instant benefits, so they don't have to wait 7 days. We've even done product trials for 2 months because the product really needed when people really needed to wait 2 months to see the benefits of the product before being able to accurately review the product. And so the next step is sending back all these testers to our website, Try and Review, and get them to submit their feedback and their product insights in our review widget. So here, so it's a rather straightforward review widget. We're not asking them thousands of questions. We're of course asking them to rate a few criteria that can be customized. We're asking them to write a comment and tell us about really their experience with the product and the feedback they have. Sometimes we tell them to insist on maybe, of course, the efficacy of the product, the fragrance, the packaging. So it's really, there's no limitation in the type of feedback they can give us. And of course, it can be both positive or negative. We use the NPS scoring to measure the purchase intention as well as the recommendation to friends. And when needed, we can have a few customized questions to gather a few extra insights from these users. And this is what we get at the end. So we get reviews, ratings, we get metrics in terms of purchase intention, and we get also visual content. So all this, we name it user-generated content. I think in this room, most of you will probably call it insights. So it's, this is what we put under UGC. It's a buzzword that you probably heard a lot in the past months or 2 years. It's becoming something quite big for marketing teams. Okay. So what's in here actually in all this user content that could be interesting for you to leverage on? So you have here on the screen examples of reviews we get from our testers. So it's a bit small. I don't know if all of you can read, but we consider this as a pretty negative feedback. Overall, the tester was quite happy with the efficacy of the product, but she definitely highlighted some cons. So the first thing she said is about the scent. She was very disappointed because she didn't find the scent pleasant. And second, she said that she was not feeling comfortable to carry the product around. What does she say? She says the product does not have a pleasant scent, and at the end, there is no proper capping at the tip of the product. And actually, for the brand we worked with on this campaign, it was very insightful because they realized that they were probably not communicating properly on the product benefits. The scent was something for them normal because it was a product for allergic skin. So usually when you formulate products for allergic skin, you don't put any fragrance in it. And second, the packaging this tester is talking about is actually a patented air-free pump. But to the eye of the tester, it was looking a bit cheap because there was no cap and she was afraid that potentially germs or bacteria could go inside. It was actually all the opposite. So here so this is really interesting feedback and actionable feedback, and the next step for this team would be to communicate probably better on the product, explain that when you have allergic skin, you should use a fragrance-free product, and on the packaging, explain maybe on the packaging directly. Or have a short notice saying that this packaging is an air-free pump that allows 0% contamination and cannot allow any air residue and makes it actually unnecessary to have a cap. Another example here. So I have only 2 examples. It won't be too long. Don't worry. Here, this tester is actually saying, so she likes the product, she likes the shampoo. But she says the packaging doesn't make the bottle easy to carry around as you need to press the pump to close it, hence lose some shampoo. She also adds, and the paper gets wet in the shower and doesn't look nice after first use. And you can see actually the picture attached to the review that very clearly shows how this bottle looked like after first use. So again, these are really actionable feedback for brand teams, product development teams to make a few adjustments and improve their product. what else? So now I'm gonna show you how insights could also be a very interesting and very rich content for marketing. So you have here on the screen examples of some clients who have been leveraging this user content to create marketing content. I'm going to show you this one. It's in Thai, but I think you get the idea. So here they've been simply using NPS scoring and a few reviews and testers pictures to create marketing content. So it's not anymore about branded content with beautiful talents. It's just insights used as a powerful marketing content. And more brands are now using this type of content to run their online ads. So you can see here ads purely created to drive awareness on the product, or ads to also created also to drive traffic to e-commerce sites. And so there's a lot of There are a few interesting surveys on this type of content that has shown that cost per click are being decreased by 50%. That when someone arrives on an e-commerce website, there is a significant increase in sales conversion, and also the average order value significantly increases. So again, potentially a great avenue for insights to be leveraged in marketing. We have also, so I'm gonna show you just a few examples, but we really do a lot of things with our clients to really make the most of this content. Here you have an example of a client who simply pushed all this content on their website because they know that ratings, reviews can create a significant boost on their website in terms of ranking in Google, of course, but also in terms of time people spend on the website, and again, click-through rates. So I've mentioned a few examples for what you can be done online, but here you also have examples of what could be done offline with the same content. And we have a try and review. So because we're collecting these great insights, this great data about the experience of the testers, we decided to turn this also into claims that our clients can leverage in store. So we came out with our try and review seal, and our clients can like really substantiate some claims and put that, okay, it's a neutral content that was generated by try and review, and thus it gives them also more credibility. It's not just the brand pushing some data that look great. It's really try and review substantiating these claims. So you have examples of brands who have used our seal on POSM or on pack directly by sticking the try and review seal on their pack. And same type of example, big POSM and in-store activation, leveraging this insight and this user content. Something else that we also really like to do a lot nowadays, we have these testers who usually can get quite excited about a product, and when we look at their feedback, we definitely see that they are strong product advocates. So we are more and more going back to our testers and offering them to become kind of brand ambassadors. So we re-engage them and invite them for photo shooting, video shooting, events, for them to really talk and advocate for the products they tried and liked. So here you have examples of marketing assets that have been created based on one of our testers' story, from a POSM to an advertisement to editorial content. And here, examples of video content as well. So it could be quite simple, just metrics or infographics that could be pushed in a short, impactful video. But we also do a lot of video testimonial. So we invite testers to discuss with us. We interview them. We make usually the video without any script, and the idea is just to let the user talk about the product, her experience, and we capture good caption, good insights, and we compile all this into really authentic videos. I'll show you this example.
Kevin is 10 this year and he's in P4. I feel that he has concentration issue and focus issue. He can't sit still and finish his work on time.
I noticed that Shirley is not concentrating anymore when her posture tells everything. She'll start to lean forward, put her head on the table and use her hand to support her head.
You understand me? My son Brandon, he's turning 9 this year. I would say that difficulty in concentration is an issue. I think it's not only faced by myself, it's also faced by many other parents.
We have taken the brand's Alpha Mind 12-day trials and there are improvement in Kevin. He can actually do his work more on his own and I can actually have more time for myself as well.
I drink it every day after school and it makes me smarter than usual.
We started off with the brand's Alpha Mind for 12 days. We do see that she wakes up slightly more alert in the morning, and after she drinks it in the morning before she goes to school, you can see a little bit of smile.
In school, I don't feel like wanting to sleep, and then when I come home, more concentrated doing my homework, not so tired also.
After taking Brand's Alpha Mind, I did notice that he can finish his work better in the sense of not skipping questions in the work. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked it.
So for us, this is really the ideal and typical way clients should leverage user content. Because so at the end, the content we managed to create here is extremely authentic and really rings a bell in other consumers' minds. Okay. So I said at the very beginning that we didn't aim at first to become a research disruptor. The thing is, by discussing with our clients, we also notice a real need in getting product tested quickly, understand what real users think of a product and whether it has potential or not. So quite recently, we've actually been working with one of our big clients on a new approach and how they could also best leverage try and review to test concept and test a product. And it's a kind of all-in-one potential solution we would be releasing. And I think what's interesting is that, so the main focus will always be the real user, but would allow clients to understand whether a product has potential and then generate insights that they could also leverage for marketing activities. So the idea would really be to support them with lean innovation. And so Piers mentioned earlier that speed is something that really matters nowadays. And it's true that these particular clients, they actually face challenges in testing new concepts and deciding whether it's good or not to be launched. And it takes them a lot of time if they go through the traditional research funnel. So we told them, because whenever we launch a product testing campaign, we have like thousands of people who come and apply to be a product tester. We could first help you drive a survey to understand if the concept itself has any interest or any appeal to users. And then we could even leverage the platform to create, simulate an e-commerce environment, offer people to buy the product, even if it's not yet on the market, and there really measure purchase intention in a real context. And the end of the cycle would be among people who would have liked, enjoyed the concept, and of course, if they qualify, if they have the right profile, we could send them the prototype or the product to try. So we would target around 200 people who would actually get the product in their hands and give them finally a feedback after using the product at home. So it sounds maybe a bit crazy because we would really touch a lot of different points, from concept testing to product testing to creating this user content that potentially the brands could also use to launch the product on the market. But I think this is very exciting for us. Again, it's very new because we didn't aim at touching the research or insight things, but it's really a demand coming from our clients, and we actually like the challenge. We're still a young company, so also very agile, and if we can disrupt the industry, why not? That's it for me for today.
Great. I really enjoyed it. It's great to see there's another platform player there, specifically disrupting, I guess, research gathering and insights. So that was great. A couple, just quickly from me, how large is your audience, and what markets are you already operating in?
So we started from Singapore, and very quickly we actually decided to have different interfaces for each country in Southeast Asia. So we cover all the countries around the region: Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong. And this year we even went a bit further because we opened Brazil and South Africa. And so we have a database altogether of 350,000 members who join Try and Review at some point. Of course, some countries are bigger than others. Singapore was our number one historically, so it's the biggest one. We have like 100,000 members. Thailand is growing very fast. We have 80,000. Philippines is also amazing, with above 50K. So yeah.
Excellent. That's really great to know, and I'll be chatting to you about that afterwards. So well done. That was a great presentation. Congratulate Alexia.